Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you like any kind of content about music, film, culture, mental health, comedy, skits, anything like that, then I would really appreciate if you take a minute to like and subscribe. I probably have at least one video on this channel that you would like. So today I'm going to be talking about the song Forget It by Breaking Benjamin. This song has a pretty basic 4-chord structure, but the thing that is incredible about this song is that there are 4 key changes in this song. If you don't know what a key change is, I would say that the song While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles, that was written by George Harrison, is probably the best example. The first chord is an A minor and, all kind of intricate stuff. But then the second the chorus starts, the first chord is an A major. So it's like a half-step key change. If you know anything about music, if you don't, I understand. I don't think that it's something necessary to enjoy this song. If you know anything about music or anything, this song by a band that was what I kind of consider now, thanks to Finn McKenty, called butt rock. It's if you listen to the kinds of radio stations that play this kind of stuff, the reason Finn McKenty coined the term butt rock is because, when they play advertisements about their channel, they'll be like, we play nothing but rock. So Finn McKenty coined the term butt rock. So when a butt rock band like Breaking Benjamin does something like this, I appreciate it so much. And there are some, butt rock. Finn McKenty, like I said, coined it, and it's kind of like a derogatory term, but it's also meant to be humorous. There are some amazing bands that have, made some kind of music like this. And I think the song Forget It by Breaking Benjamin is a great example of this. They had at least 2 or 3 guitar players. You might not care about this, but I care about this so much. When I was researching this, I didn't research the song or anything. I've known the song forever. But I researched a little bit about the band Breaking Benjamin, and the band is fronted by a man named Benjamin, and the thing that I didn't know is that he is a self-described alcoholic, and he has a disease that is called wet brain, which is basically where you drink so much alcohol over the course. Usually it's over the course of years for most people. But for people probably like me, and for people like him, he's I think he's in his mid-40s or something. But he came out in 2009 and said that he had been diagnosed with wet brain because of alcohol abuse. And I want to say to you, if you feel like you have any kind of addictive tendencies and you're younger, and you've never had alcohol, I beg you, please do not ever take a drink. I don't care if it's a Bud Light, a shot of vodka, I don't care what it is. If you feel like you have addictive tendencies, please do not ever drink alcohol. It is the most, I am a former addict. I spent years sticking heroin and meth into my arm. I've abused pretty much every drug at least once, except for PCP. So, as someone with some hindsight, please, if you feel like you have addictive tendencies, please do not ever touch any kind of drugs or alcohol. It is just terrible. The only exception, I believe, is cannabis. I feel like nowadays, where marijuana is legal, there are some fantastic dispensaries, at least here where I live in Arizona, there's some fantastic dispensaries where you can go and tell people and just be upfront and say, hey, these are the kind of things I'm doing. This is the kind of help that I want from this product. Help me try to get it. And what I found is that most of the people that work at the dispensaries are really understanding and know what you're talking about and know like the right product to recommend. And compared to when I was a teenager, like buying weed from random people, it's so nice to be able to be in a place where it's legal, to be able to go to like a literal store and ask someone like, what do you think that I should do? What do you think that the best product for me is? And I'm like a bottom shelf kind of guy. I don't buy the top shelf stuff. Counting pennies. I don't have much income. But regardless of how much income I have, most dispensaries that I go to have great stuff for the lowest price, like the bottom shelf. I mostly use concentrates, but like most dispensaries you go to, you can get a gram of concentrate, whether it's shatter, wax, buttered, battered, whatever, for like $20 plus a couple of dollars tax. And for a gram of wax, that's a great price. And it's something that is so, I didn't understand the value of it until it was legalized and we started having dispensaries and started being able to like go somewhere and say, here's what's going on, here's what I want, and we get it. So basically the point I was getting at is I think that if, Benjamin is from New Jersey, I don't know, I would imagine that New Jersey probably has legal marijuana now. But anyways, he got sober like 2009, so long before we had all these options. But I understand what it's like to just like cripple yourself from abusing alcohol. It is the most terrible thing in the world. Nowadays, most people don't like use heroin anymore. Now it's like a lot of those like just terrible fentanyl pills that is cut with who knows what else. And I remember these fentanyl pills, like, it's so much different than heroin. I remember when those of us that would use heroin, like, you'd stick a needle in your arm or whatever, and then you just like you just fall asleep. But with watching these people do these fentanyl pills now, it's like you don't just fall asleep, you're waking out. Like, I mean, the weird dude that you see on the corner, like talking to himself with his shirt off, dancing around, doing God knows what. Unfortunately, nowadays, those are just people smoking fentanyl. Like, those aren't people smoking crack or meth like it used to be. Like I said, like, if heroin was the only thing you used, you'd use it and then just. And nowadays, these dudes are just wigging out. And it's really sad to see. But anyways, this video is about the song Forget It by Breaking Benjamin. I have gone so far off topic by this point that I don't even know where this video is going. Like I said, the point that I was trying to get at is that Benjamin, the frontman, has abused so much alcohol and got sober over 10 years ago and feels like he has wet brain syndrome, which is where you drink so much alcohol that you feel like you start to like go like, you kind of start to feel like you're going because of all the effects that alcohol has had on your brain for years. One of my best friends was named Wyatt, and he was such a wonderful role model to me in sobriety, and then he ended up relapsing, and he was in his early 20s and drank for like 5 or 6 months, and then developed wet brain and ended up in his girlfriend's backyard and she had to walk out and see that his body was laying there with, like, literally everything blown out. So this video is dedicated to my friend Wyatt Scott. I love you so much, Wyatt. I hope that if you're somewhere out there that you're doing better than you were back then and that you aren't suffering anymore. I love you so much, brother. You were, besides my actual brother, the only person that I really felt like was my younger brother, except for my actual brother. But Wyatt, I love you so much. Benjamin, from Breaking Benjamin, I also hope that you're doing well. I also hope that you're feeling well, doing better, and have at least started to recover. If you like this video or anything like this, I would really appreciate it if you just take 1 second to click the like button and subscribe. If you like anything about music, mental health, film, culture, comedy, skits, anything like that, then I guarantee that I have at least one video that you would like on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're doing well, and I'll see you soon.